Hey, what's up, people? Thanks for coming back for another SouthSideBBQ low and slow cook. Alright, today we're going to be doing one of the absolute favorites here at SouthSideBBQ. Yes, today we're going to be making the family some beef short ribs on the Weber. And as you can see here, we got a nice little pack of shorties ready to go. Alright, first we're going to dress these lovely ladies up for their big day. And as you can see here, there's a little layer of fat on the top of our ribs. And we're just going to trim that off and get rid of that, just so when we season our ribs with our rub, we can get those spices to really penetrate that meat nice and thoroughly. Get that flavor that'll make your tongue do backflips. Ooh-wee. Alright, so we're going to proceed to trim this fat very carefully. You don't want to take the meat with the fat because you can't eat what you cut off, really. And a very sharp knife will help with this procedure, so you don't want to be doing this with a butter knife. No sirree, not at all. Alright, here we have our ribs with the fat trimmed off, and boy, she's looking phenomenal. I'm so proud of her. I really am. Alright, what we're going to do now is apply our spice rub, and first we're going to break out the oil and just ever so gently massage it into this meat, because we want our spice rub to stick to our ribs, so we're going to rub this meat all over just like she had a hard day's work. You can even get the incense out if you want to. It's up to you. It's really all up to you. Right now it's time to put some mascara on our ribs. So we're going to apply our rub. Now this is a commercial rub we're using here, but a good old-fashioned blend of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. That'll do just fine. Just remember that strong beef flavor, that's the star of the show here. And this spice rub is really the rest of the Jackson 5 flame backup. So we're just going to apply this rub very generously and make sure you give it a good all-over coat. That'll create some beautiful bark, and I can't wait. Alright, now it's time to get our grill sorted, and today we're going to be doing an indirect cook using the snake method. Now, the snake method is when you set your unlit charcoal beads around the Weber grill like a snake, and you have 4 to 5 lit charcoal beads at the start or head of the snake. So we're going to put ours down, and these lit charcoal beads will slowly light the rest of our coals, giving us a constant temperature throughout our cook. Now, we're going to aim for a temperature of 250 degrees or until our ribs reach an internal temp of about 200 degrees. And by that time, they'll be more tender than a Keith Sweat song. Let me tell you. And as you can see here, we have a few bits of apple wood on our snake. And that'll smoke up real good, giving us some beautiful flavor during our cook. We also have our water tray because it's important to keep our meat very moist and very juicy. We're just going to put our lid on to get our grill up to temp, and right now our grill's up to temp, and we're going to throw our racks of ribs on it. Ooh-wee. Look at that. You can see that rub is really melted into the meat, and it's got these ribs looking like a Miss Apia Way beauty pageant. I can dig it. Now you want to make sure you put these ribs away from the coals as best as you can, because once again we're cooking these stunners using an indirect method. You can see that apple wood smoke is coming along nicely, and it's really going to give our ribs some beautiful flavor. Alright, this is 3 hours in, and you can see the ribs are looking like they just got back from a wedding in Rarotonga. A beautiful tan. You can see our snake is chugging along nicely, and our apple wood hasn't kicked the habit, it's still smoking. Right now we're just going to spritz our ribs with some liquid, and you can use whatever liquid you want. You can use water, vinegar, just as long as we keep our girls nice and moist. Now what I got here is just some beef stock. I prefer beef stock just to add another note of flavor. We're going to be doing this every hour or so just to keep our ladies nice and hydrated. Alright, this is 5, maybe 6 hours into our cooking. Check out these beauties. You can see the meat has been pulled back, and you can really see the rib bones starting to show. Right, what we're doing here is just testing for tenderness. Once they probe like butter, that means they're usually done. You see, this one is still giving a bit of resistance, so I might leave her on for a bit longer, and these others, they look just fine. I might even pull them off right now. Alright, these have been rested for about an hour, and as you can see, it's shining like the star it is. A beautiful dark brown bark is formed, and you know that's just going to be full of flavor. Alright, let's cut into these bad mama jammers and see what we're working with. Wow, you can really see it. Oh, golly. Did you just see what I just saw? Now, can someone get some paper towels, please? Because there's a puddle all over that chopping board. And you just know how juicy and soft that rib's going to be, but check out that beautiful red smoke ring. You can see the fat has really rendered out and made that rib nice and juicy. Man, let me tell you. Wow, this is why beef short ribs are one of the absolute favorites here at SouthSideBBQ. Now, we hope you can try it out this summer and hopefully it can become one of your favorites too.